Here are the signs, the clear signs that you emasculate your husband and are expressing toxic femininity in your marriage, which we already know we have these behaviors, but the purpose of this video and everything that I teach and share in my videos is for us to take the flashlight out and face these things about ourselves as women, because as long as we deny them, we can't change them. The number one way that we express toxic femininity in a marriage and emasculate our husbands is withholding sex. Sex is what a man needs in a relationship to make him feel that he's wanted, that he's needed, that he is important. It doesn't take that long. It's real simple. I'll do another video on that another time. And when we withhold that from them, it strips them and destroys their sense of being a man. So that's the number one way that we emasculate in our marriages. Another big one, I'd say second to withholding sex, is withholding fun. I don't know what happens to us as women when we get married. I experienced it too, but it's like the spontaneous, fun-loving girl that my husband met disappeared. And all of a sudden, pardon my language, I had a big stick up my butt. And I was the fun police, and anything fun was like irresponsible and not something that I wanted to share or be doing with my husband. And he's left wondering, what happened to the girl that I met who liked to have fun and go out and be spontaneous and was lighthearted? Well, unfortunately, that's the facade that we wear to get the man. And then as soon as we get the man and we get married, we drop that facade, and it's incredibly emasculating to our husbands. Another way that we emasculate men and express toxic femininity is withholding affection and approval. We become the ice queen. And instead of being appreciative of our husbands and showing them that we care and that they matter, we, next way that we emasculate, become very controlling, try to change our husbands, are dismissive of them and their feelings and what's important to them. Being moody and emotionally volatile is another way that we emasculate our husbands and express toxic femininity. To me, this is most expressed as my husband shared with me once he felt safe enough in our marriage to share this with me. I had changed and done a lot of work on myself. He said he used to be terrified of when I would come home in the evenings because he didn't know which Karen he was going to get. Was he going to get Karen in a good mood? Was he going to get shut down Karen? Was he going to get pissed off Karen? Was he going to get ice queen Karen? He didn't know. And it made him walk on eggshells. It made him very weak in himself because I had so much power over him and the overall feel of our home and our marriage by my emotional volatility. Another way that we emasculate and express toxic femininity in our marriages and relationships with men is demeaning them for being men and having men's activities. We make fun of them. We get upset with them if they go and play golf or play video games or go hang out with their buddies and have a beer and watch football. And we want them to give all of that up, which is part of what they enjoy as men. But we demean men for their activities and the things that they enjoy. Another way that we emasculate men and express toxic femininity, we try to get them to open up and share their feelings with us. I'm not saying men shouldn't open up and share their feelings, but with their wives or their partners, that's not the appropriate place to do that. I used to drag things out of my husband and get him to open up and share with me his deepest fears and doubts and difficult feelings. And then I would use those as the weapon against him. And then the very thing I said I wanted, which was for him to open up and share emotionally, was then the very thing that I then saw him as weak and wasn't attracted to him. It's not what we really want in a relationship, ladies. We want the knight in shining armor. We want a man who's able to shoulder his burdens and be our hero. Another way that we emasculate and express toxic femininity in marriage is mothering our husbands and treating them like children, and that they aren't grown men who are capable of looking out for themselves and making choices for themselves. Another way that we emasculate our husbands and men and express toxic femininity, we treat them like they don't have feelings or emotions. And when they try to to express how they might be feeling in the marriage or the relationship. We're very quick to tell them how they're wrong to feel that way and that that's not what we're doing or that's not what we mean. And then they feel like they're wrong and they're out of place and they're the problem. And that's the very purpose of emasculation, is to make them weak, to make them doubt their sense of who they are as a man. And it is the number one destroyer of marriages and relationships.